Hello guys, and welcome to this video. So in the last video we ended with step number 26, and now we continue with step number 27. So step 27 says using fields from both tables, produce a tabular report that selects the records where book genre is children or young adult, rank is 400 or less, binding is paperback, shows on the table the fields title, author, binding, book genre, and um, rank is in this order with data and labels displayed in full. Do not group the data, sort the data in a single node of rank, and has page orientation of portrait, fits on a single page wide. Rather not a single page wide. We need to be careful on this one. This one says here is that it fits on a single page wide, but this one here says that fits on a single page. Let me just put it in pink. Fits on a single page. There's a big difference between this one. That one, it means your data from left to right. For this one, means your data from left to right should fit on a single page wide, like the way it is currently. You see that it starts from here and it ends here. That's a single page wide. It doesn't go on to the next page. Okay, but you can have as many pages as possible going down like that. But single page means everything should fit on a single page. Like, you shouldn't have data go to the next page because it reached the right margin, and then from the right margin it goes into the next page, or it reached the bottom margin, and from the bottom margin goes to the next page. You don't have that. Everything, so you just have one page here. Everything will be compressed to one page in other ways. Okay, so includes only the text top ranking youth fiction as the title, displayed in a larger font size at the top of the page, and calculates the total number of books in this selection and positions this number under the binding column. Has a labeled number of books to the left of this value, has your name, cent number, and candidate number on the report, and save and print your report. Okay, good. So again, this is very easy, guys, and if you've been following my videos in the last couple of months, you'll notice that I usually break such questions into two parts. I have the query part and I have the report part. So the query part is just for me to prepare what data exactly do I want to extract, and if I extract that data meeting this criteria that is set up on top here, then I'm good to go. Okay, so let's go ahead and extract that data. So first of all, you want to go to create and then form design, not form design, pardon me, query design. So go to extend create, then just delete this. I don't need it. Yep, I don't need it. So go ahead and go to query design, and then we're using fields from both tables, so add both of them and just do this like that. Then we're going to get the different fields that we need, so I'll minimize this like this, and the different fields that we'll need will be as follows. So just close this. So we'll start with this part. Always start with this part that tells you to show which fields are important. So we'll have title, then we'll have author, we'll have book genre, where is it here, and we'll have rank in this order, and then we'll have and the label should be fully displayed. Do not group the data. That should be fine. So the next thing that we need to perform is we need to perform some data extraction. So we need the book genre to be children or young adult. So I don't know if I selected the book genre here. I don't see it. So what I'm going to do is just remove this. I hope I can switch the fields. I don't know if I can switch the fields, but I can just remove this one. That's not important. Then I'll put back the rank. So make sure that all the 4 fields are visible and they're in this order. Let's come here. So the book genre, they're supposed to be, let's put it here. It's supposed to be children or young adult. Children or young adult. Okay. Then rank is 400 or less, so less or equal to 400. And then binding is paperback. So we didn't have binding. Did we have binding? Funny thing is that I didn't. How come I forgot to put binding? Can you imagine? So we have title, author, then binding after this. I don't know why it didn't even put binding there. It's not fair. Okay, so cut it and let's try to paste it here. Binding. We are now just messing up everything. So just cut this and cut this as well. Let's put in that order, binding, and then let's put book genre, and then let's put the other one is supposed to be rank is here. So now we have all of that. Okay, good. So book genre, we said it's supposed to be children or young adult, and then rank is supposed to be 400 or less, so less than or equal to 400. Then binding is supposed to be paperback. Okay, go ahead and run it and you should see some information selected like that. 28 records, that should be fine. So we're done with all this. The next thing that we're supposed to do now is to take this into a report. So save it as step number 27 query. Just right click on it, save it as step 27 query. Okay, save it, close it, and then go to create. You're creating a report, so just say report wizard, which is supposed to be this one actually. So go ahead and go report wizard. We're selecting now query 27, all the fields in query 27, next, and then next, and then next, and then we're getting a tabular one. So remember, it's supposed to be tabular report, and it's supposed to be portrait. So it's on portrait, fits on a single page wide, so this one doesn't matter, but we'll need to make sure that it fits on a single page wide when printed. Okay, so then we'll go to next. Then the report title should be this one, top ranking youth fiction, top ranking youth fiction, top ranking, I don't know if it is capital, capitalize the start of each word. Okay, and view. So notice that we have some text which is not visible this side, so we need to take it into layout view to make sure that it is changed. So select it, that's your rank, and you need to make sure that the rest of the text also fits well. Young adult, okay, that's fine, just take it to the right. Okay, that should be fine. Binding, or reduce it and take it to the right as well. Okay, the author, we'll take just them to the right as they are. And then the title, we need to enlarge the title. It's got some serious long text. Okay, that should be fine. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, just make sure that the text is visible. The next thing I want to do is to remove these white and gray lines. So just select the whole table like this, and go to the property for this table. So you can go to format, I think, no, design, property sheet, and then where it says alternate back color, just say this one and put no color, and it now becomes this. This we need to make it into a larger font, we are told. So just go home, get this one, make it black, and let it be a larger font. Let's say 36 is fine. That looks good. Then get, I'll take it into design view and get the ones in the header, and I'll make them bold as well. So go to home, bold and black. Have it in print preview, and it looks good. Looks so good. Okay, and this occupies a single page. So now we have one page, page 101. So which means now here, when we add our candidate detail, we can add actually in our report footer. So let's just go ahead and add our candidate detail in the report footer. We can also add in the report header, depending on where the question tells you. But before we add that, let's maybe perform a sort, sort in ascending order of rank. So let's perform a sort, add a sort. We're sorting by rank, smallest to largest, which is ascending order. So the next thing that we need to do is calculate the total number of books in this selection and position this number under the binding column. So we insert a text box under binding column. We insert counting the number of books in this section. So we say count, and we can count any record. So we can count the binding, we can count the title, we can count anything. Okay, so we're just counting how many times this actually is appearing. So count, and then we have actually supposed to start with equal sign. So just make sure that it starts with equal sign. Okay, then the text that you're supposed to put here, the title is supposed to be number of books. So go ahead and put the title, number of books, and then so we're done with this one, and we just need to put our name on the report. So I'm going to put my name just down here. You can put it anywhere. We haven't been told whether to put it in the footer or in the header, so it doesn't really matter at this stage. Okay, so that's done. Let's have a look at it. It looks good. Yeah, so I don't so much need the data and stuff like that. If you're creating a professional report, then you don't need that unless you've been told that you need to display the date. Otherwise, close it up and preview it one more time, and that looks good. Although I don't like the border around the number 28, and it's kind of, when you preview it, it's looking as if the 28 is on the other side. So what you do is the next question asks you to take a screenshot, I guess. Make sure you've entered this after you print the report. Take a screenshot of the formula that you use. So before I actually get a screenshot, reduce the size of this, I'll get a screenshot of this, okay, of the formula that I used. So my formula is supposed to be this one. Just this one is fine. Copy it and paste it in your evidence document. Just here, paste it there. That's my formula. But then I'll go back and make this. I'll put it in layout view so that I can see. Yep, select it and resize it like this, and perhaps center it. So align text, center, and it looks good like that. So I view it now in my report view, print preview, and it looks good. We can just remove the border around that. So just select it like that and go to border style. It's currently on solid, change it to transparent, and now we won't have a border like that. So that looks good. All right, good. So go ahead and save your report, and recommend 2 changes that could be made to improve the efficiency and ease of use of your database, and justify your choices. So here, guys, you're talking about things that you can do to your database. Now, your database, let me just say here, let me just close here, save and close. Your database actually is this. This is your database. All of these is part of your database. Okay, so it's not, your database is not this one, your database is not this one, it's all of this. So when you are making an evaluation of the changes that you need to add, you're thinking through about all this. So we're thinking about the forms that we entered, we're thinking about the reports that we created, and so on. So everything that has to do with this data, and then that's what we're thinking through. Now, if you go to the form, this is the form about data entry. Now, you look at how easy is it for people to enter the data here. Are there likelihoods that these guys would make errors here? For example, the binding here. For the binding, we know there are only limited bindings. We have paperback, hardback, and stuff like that. We can use something like a drop-down menu here to select that. So here you're talking about you can use drop down menu. Notice there's no navigation here for us to there are no proper instructions um, for people to follow to enter the data here. So we can add some navigation buttons next, delete, save, and stuff like that, instead of them relying on this information that is here and this is stuff that is here. No, we can put here. There's so much space that has not been utilized here at the bottom, and so we can go ahead and put all that space into there. So basically, that's what you are doing when you do that. So when you justify your choices, you are basically explaining the stuff that I'm explaining to you. I don't even have to do that. Okay, so just listen to what I've said, and you can add your own stuff, and perhaps you can even look at the mark scheme and find out some of the stuff that are there. Okay, so that is that. Okay, so I have a meeting to attend to shortly. So this is done. The next part will be just mail manage, which perhaps I can do after my meeting. Yeah, it's not much. So mail manage and presentation, I'll come and do them after my meeting. So I'll upload these videos and you guys can start to watch and practice. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next couple of videos.